Hello, fifth graders. As you can see from our objective for today, we're going to be preparing for Monday's test. So yes, fifth graders, as a reminder, we have a math test coming up on Monday, September 21st. So for today's assignment, we're really going to be just taking a practice test. This test is going to be really similar to the test that I'm going to be asking you to take on Monday. So you want to be understanding, what are the questions that I'm asking? What are the directions? How do I solve these problems? So what you really should be doing with this practice test is taking it as if it's a real test. So what does that mean? The things that you will be allowed to use for your test on Monday, you will be allowed to use your math resource binder. However, you're not going to be allowed to use any of the other materials, so just using your math resource binder. So you should really take that test as if it's actually a test, because this will tell you what it is that you know. Now, the test you'll see is attached, and it is a Google form. So you're going to be entering your answers in that Google form. However, I wouldn't just do this in your head or just look at the screen. I would get paper out. I would get a pencil. And as I'm asking the questions, I would copy them down on a piece of paper. I would work out your answers on a piece of paper. And once you've worked out your answer, then you can go and enter it. Some of these are multiple choice questions. So if you work out an answer to the problem and then you don't see your answer there, that's a good indication that a mistake happened and you should go back and check your work again. Try to solve it again and try to get it right the second time, okay? So again, using paper, but then entering your answers in your Google form. Really use it as a chance to see. Make this like a test and see how you do, okay? Once you've gotten the test completed and turned back, a couple of things to note is that the multiple choice, those are set, right? If you get told that a multiple choice is wrong, then it's wrong, okay? Some of the short answers, it's possible that maybe when I or Mr. Tom Have go in and look at the responses, we might actually change it to correct depending on what you entered. I tried to enter a lot of possibilities so that the form would recognize more than one way of expressing the right answer, but it's not going to be 100% foolproof. But ultimately, the goal, fifth graders, is that once you've taken the practice test, and again, take it like it's a real test, you're going to get your feedback, and then you really want to use that to help you to study for Monday's test. Solve similar problems to ones that you've gotten wrong. Figure out why you got answers wrong on this practice test. Come visit me during office hours. Visit Mr. Tom Have during office hours. Visit any of the other open office hours and ask for help to make sure that you understand how you got the errors that you got. Because on Monday, you're going to take an actual test, which will look very similar to this practice test that you're taking. So the goal really is to use this practice test as a chance to try out your skills, see what you're understanding, see where mistakes are happening, and then study in preparation for Monday's actual test, okay? So after you've watched this video, you really want to make sure that you go and get some materials to get ready for this. So again, you'll want to make sure that you have paper and a pencil, as well as your math resource binder. All three of these things you should have ready to go in order to take this test. So, or practice test, I should say, practice test. Once you've gotten these three things, you can go ahead and open that form in Google Classroom. And again, answer or work out your solutions on paper and then go and enter into the form as you go. Okay, good luck, fifth graders. Ask for help, particularly once you identify areas where maybe you're not as solid in the material as you were hoping to be. Okay, good luck. Ask questions.